Hello patrons. Well, we finished our clutter series, and so now I'm getting back into some of the regular things that we like to talk about. And the first one we're going to talk about today is how to handle your personal time. You know, I get a lot of questions about things that actually should be considered personal time, like exercise. I just got one, and I know if you're watching this, you know who you are, who asked me that question. How do I budget in my exercise? It falls into personal time. And if you take your schedule, your planner, and you work out your day, you're going to see that you have personal time, lots of it. If you're at home, you're going to actually have a couple hours of personal time. If you work, you're not going to have as much personal time, because your personal time, what would have been personal time, is spent at the office. However, you still have personal time. And if you feel that you need to exercise in the morning, then you're going to schedule that in the morning after your routines. So if you're working and you have very little personal time, then what you're going to be doing, if you want to get it done in the morning, if you're a morning person, is you're going to get up earlier than normal, than what you've normally been doing, in order to exercise, if that is important to you. Or do like I did. I used to walk on my lunch hour at work. That was my exercise. At times, depending on which building I worked in, sometimes we had an actual gym, and I could go work out on my lunch hour at the gym in my building. So, or some people go to the gym nearby on their lunch hour. These are things you can consider doing. So figure out how often you want to exercise in this example, and then when you're going to do it and what that's going to require, because this is a personal need that you have. And so you're going to figure out when you can do it. And there's nothing wrong with it, and there's nothing wrong with you. You can do it. I did this as well. And I used to work out at a gym in the morning with my husband right before my daughter got married, my youngest daughter. And my daughter and her fiance, my husband and I, all went to the gym together at 6:30 every morning and worked out. And then I took a shower right there at the gym, got dressed in my work clothes, got in my car, and went next door, well, a couple blocks away, to my office. And I felt great every day. So you can do that. So besides the working on my lunch hour kind of things, I did that for a season. I worked out for probably a year. I did Body for Life every single morning except Sunday. I even went in on Saturday and did it. So I know you can do that, and it's just figuring out when you want to do it, and then paying the price for doing the thing you want to do. You know, everything you do costs. Every fun thing you want to do. You want to go to Disney? You have to save your money because it costs money. And you want to go to the exercise? You got to budget out your time. Your time, it costs time. It's the same thing with anything. Anything that's worthwhile, it's going to cost something. So figure out your schedule and see when you can do it. And I know you're very smart, and I know you can figure it out. But it is not part of your morning routine. It is personal time. Your morning routine are things that we're doing for yourself and for the house, but mainly for you as far as the house is concerned. The house is concerned. So you're going to do your morning routine so that you'll be dressed, you'll smell good, you'll look good, you'll feel good, you have your makeup on, you've got the bathroom looking nice, the kitchen's looking nice, and you've been fed. The kids are going to go through their little morning routine so they can have the same thing happen. Then if you're planning on exercising, you're going to leave and go exercise if that's happening first thing in the morning. Maybe your spouse is going to have to take the kids to school. You know, this is something you work out with your spouse, your partner, okay? All right, other things that happen in personal time that aren't part of a schedule are taking care of animals, taking care of children. These things happen on your personal time. They're not part of your housekeeping. They're part of things you've chosen as a lifestyle. So if you've chosen to have children and you have babies, they have to have their diaper changed in your personal time. You know, you're going to change their diaper. Then you're going to go do your morning routine. If that's when they're wet or dirty, you're going to change it. It can't wait. That has to happen. Or if you have a dog and your dog has to go out, that can't wait. That has to happen, or you're going to have a mess, right? So, I mean, within reasons. You don't have to. You can create a schedule for yourself that everything can fit into. You don't have to be a slave to everyone else's requirements. I hope that doesn't sound weird. I mean, a baby has to be changed and fed, a little baby. but older children can go to the potty and go get back in bed. So you're not going to kowtow to them. You're going to be the alpha in your household, and you're going to get things done so that you can take care of them in the very best possible way. All right, if you have pets, pets shed, they have to be walked, they have to go to the vet, they have to play, they have to be brushed, they have to be bathed, they have to have their shots, and they need love. Okay, so kids, we know what they require, but people don't think about animals, cats and dogs, birds and lizards. They need attention, they need care, they can't take care of themselves. And they also create a mess, like a dog that just has a big shed twice a year, or maybe your dog sheds every single day of its life. Then as part of your personal time, you're going to take something and run it around the baseboards to clean the hair. And you're going to arrange to bathe your dog. And you're going to arrange to brush your dog. And you're going to arrange to walk your dog and let your dog go potty and feed your dog and take your dog to the vet. These things happen on your personal time. Now, are they things that need to be done in a schedule? Absolutely. That's where this comes in. That's where you put it in your planner. So if you think, oh, I got to take the dog to the vet, I'll never remember that. Of course you won't. Put it in your book. I want to remember to walk the dog. Put it in your book. I want to remember to clean the baseboards, clean the fur off the couch. Put it in your book until it becomes a habit. That's how you handle this. But the things that I'm asking you to do don't take that long. You're going to do your morning routines. You're going to do your zones. Those are very quick. The harder things, even those zones, people think FlyLady is all about zones. It's all about routines, really. But we're doing routines and zones, and that basic weekly plan is the thing that takes the longest. Doesn't always. Car and purse is like nothing. Family fun day is all day long. Renew your spirit is all day long. Free day is all day long if you're not, when you're not working. But like planning a desk day, that takes some time. You have to be thoughtful. Weekly home blessing hour takes an hour. Running errands and buying groceries takes time. So these things will happen. I kind of switch it around really and do my zone before my weekly home blessing hour most of the time, just so I can get those quickie things done first. But it's up to you. You can schedule it any way you want. But then all the other things are personal time. I have personal things that I have to do. I don't have a dog, a cat, a bird, or a lizard, not even a fish. And I love those things. I just don't have them anymore. But I have 8 grandchildren and 2 parents, and 2 children in town. 5 of my grandchildren are in town, and 2 sisters. And they all, and friends, and a husband, and they all want my time. And I want to be with them. So I schedule going out on the boat with my husband, going out to dinner with my husband in my personal time. I schedule going to the football game to watch my grandson, going to the football game to watch my other grandson play in the band, marching in the band, schedule time to see my granddaughter dance, schedule time to go to birthday parties. These things, I have a lot of scheduled time to take care of my parents 24/7. That's a 24/7 job that my sisters and I share. So these things happen in my personal time. And yeah, they do impact my things at home. Like when I'm at my parents', I can't do my weekly home blessing hour. So I have to do it later. I have to double up. I have to collapse time frames. I'm not catching up, it's planned. I'm not catching up, it's planned. All right, and that's the difference. Okay, so I hope this was helpful for you. My next video is going to be on Saturdays, so I'm looking forward to doing that one for you as well. Have a wonderful day, and always remember that you are beautiful.